All right, guys. Guess what? I figured it out. All right. So, anyways, as you see here, we got X4, X4, baby, and I downloaded it, and then after work last night, I had to do a couple other things. But anyways, last night I was all excited. Go ahead and start recording, and I can play it. And for some reason, OBS, well, you can see here, it auto saved after playing for 48 minutes. And after that, I found out the hard way, the sad way, that it was weird because it would record the cursor, it would record the audio, but there was no picture, no video. And then so I messed with OBS for a couple more hours. Messed with it today after work here, and well, I just couldn't get OBS to do it, so I searched and downloaded another video capture software and messed with the settings on this one to get this one going, but it will record it, so I can finally play this game, like actually play it. It's torture, like wanting to play this with the video not working. So, and again, I wanted to play this like a playthrough, like, you know, I'm learning as you guys are, kind of, you know, and experiencing it, but I can't do that without recording it, so I had to wait to play it, really. So anyways, let's get started now. Again, because I thought I was already playing, I did go through the starts. They've got 3 starts that you can start with here. I want to do a new game.
Even after everything that has struck over the last few decades, the Terran conflict, the Xenon and the jump gates shut down, the Argon Federation has established itself as a key power in this new jump gate network. And even its most distant colony, Black Hole Sun, is a hub of trade and community. Opportunities are aplenty for all. Every day, scores of young pilots set out from the system for the first time, on their way to find adventure among the stars.
Now, this one, if you read this, it says, note, this game start contains tutorial missions. Now, the thing is you can do the tutorial modules at really any time in any start. The only difference is this one will automatically start it in situations, you know. So I don't really care about that. What I'm concerned about is what we're starting with. All right, so this you start in Black Hole Sun, which this is probably a new map. I mean, it's probably the same names, but it's not, you know, it's different. So I really don't know exactly what that's going to mean. Starting ship is an elite vanguard. That's got to be a fighter. Elite vanguard. I just don't know if that's a M4 or M. Actually, I don't even know if there's any such thing as M4s or anything anymore. But anyways, I know that's a fighter. And you start with 10,000 credits. Now, the next one.
We live in dark times. For centuries, the pair had lived in peace. Strife between us was a relic of the past. So dependent are we on the Pontifex that when the jump gates shut down and the Pontifex could not contact us, chaos ensued. Life fell into ruin. We searched desperately for guidance, some even going as far to birth new leaders, each with their own perspective, each with their own ambitions. When the jump gates realigned, it could only end in conflict. Each Pontifex believed they were in the right, each unwilling to back down. Civil war was simply a matter of time.
All right. So in this one, starting Pontifex's claim, the ship is a Perseus. That's a fighter. That's a fighter. 5,000 credits, so half the credits. Equipment, though, you get one targeting computer extension and one basic scanner. Really, with 5,000 credits or 10,000 credits, I don't know if that's going to really be a big difference in this game. The ship and the equipment is what I'm concerned about. So, Perseus, but it starts with that stuff. Let's do Explorer.
The jump gate shutdown is now defined as the single most important event in the history of the network, a disaster of cataclysmic proportion that changed everything, redefining our very way of life. Despite all of the odds, however, we have come through the other side, and along the way have found more to research and explore than ever before. That is the area in which we pride ourselves, the Alliance of the Word. Founded on the idea that those disconnected from the Jumpgate network could be saved, we strive to find out more, for the good of all of us.
So, this one you start with this Discoverer, which that's a fighter. That's a small fighter. Or at least in the old games it was a M5 scout fighter. Cash, 5,000 credits. Equipment, though, 2-time all-round engines and 1-time long-range scanner software, MK1. Now, I did watch some of Obsidian's videos, I've said before, Obsidian Ant, and it looks like, you know, it kind of like similar to Rebirth, the scanning deal is kind of the same, but it seems like it may be more rewarding and also kind of have a different use because sectors are kind of laid out differently too. But anyways, different than I remember from Rebirth anyway. So I'm going to start with Explorer because I want to start with these engines and this long-range scanner. I do want to start with the long-range scanner, so I don't have to buy one, because what I'm going to try to do is, if it's laid out similarly like Rebirth, I'm going to if you use this long-range scanner, you can find stuff for free and then you can sell it, so it's free money without even having to worry about trading or, you know, exploring enough sectors and stations to get the prices and all that stuff. So I can just start grabbing loot and then I can sell it just to try to get up some money. So that's why I'm starting with this start here. Now also, it's starting at Sacred Relic, which I really don't know exactly what that means, but we will find out.
This is where you come in, pilot. You are a member of our team of explorers now, and we're depending on you to find out whatever you can about this strange new Jumpgate network. Its mysteries, its secrets. Good luck, pilot.
And I don't know if this video capturing software, because obviously it's new, I don't know if it in special, and also uploading to YouTube and all that, I don't know if it's going to do that, the quality of the graphics justice, but it looks sharp. It's definitely better than X Rebirth. It does look sharp, definitely sharp. So we're going to get started exploring here, because I know in X Rebirth you had the points on the stations, which you kind of have that in this game, because I started off that first start for 48 minutes that wasn't recorded. I started off kind of doing the scanning just like I'm going to do right now. It was my original plan, but there's not really a point like in Rebirth where there was the box that you actually had to find. Now it just seems like, I don't know, you get close to it, you just face it. And I'm not sure if there's certain spots or not, but there's definitely not an icon that you have to see, like in Rebirth. So I'm obviously going to start scanning stations, and then using the long range scanner, trying to find loot, free loot to sell. And anyways, I am excited though, because it's all the new stuff I really don't know yet. You know, that's it's been a long time since well, I guess X Rebirth, but it, you know, that launch wasn't really that great. Um, but it's been a long time since I had that first experience feeling, you know, with an X game. So I'm excited for this. Yes, I am. 'Cause it definitely also seems like, from what I've seen, it seems like, well, it seems like the gameplay will feel more like X3, like, you know, X3 Albion Prelude or something, but still have the graphics and some differences and stuff that, you know, Rebirth added. So it really seems like it's the game. One thing I definitely like, and I saw in that playthrough, was the stations. Eaglesoft, you made it so much better just having the landing dock that you can walk through, and just having certain rooms to get to your contacts and stuff. So um, good decision on how you went about the stations in this game compared to Rebirth by far. And you guys will see what I mean by this. So anyways, I may have to change the controllers of like, you have to hit shift in space to change the cursor mode to free fly. Um, the problem is also, if you just hit space, it will fire your guns, which isn't really good. Because I can be facing the station and that happened, and didn't hit shift right or something, and shoot the station instead of changing modes. So I may have to change that. But let's start off. That looks so cool. It feels different than Rebirth, or at least from what I remember. As far as the flying, it feels more like you're in space. And if you saw right there, I just scanned that sucker. One thing too is, just like Rebirth, there's different modes. Okay, and if you see down here, scan mode selected. So the Shift 2 will get scan mode. Shift 3 was the long range scan mode, and Shift 1 I think is travel mode, because you can travel faster. I think I'm going to like the travel system in this one a lot better than Rebirth. Less emphasis on the highways and more on the original gates, free flying. But the way they did it with the open space is that you have another mode where you you go really fast. But it's not really warping or jumping. Um, anyways, it's really good. Plus, you still have the boost like you had in Rebirth. However, when you use your boost, it takes away your shield. If you saw, my shield just went down there just by using that boost really quick. Which you shouldn't have to. If you're trying to get to a fight, you shouldn't have to say, do I want to get there in time to help my ships or whatever's going on, or and no shields, or do I want to take a risk, sacrifice some ships or whatever, because it will take longer for me to get there, but I have my shields. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that mechanic, and I thought they were changing that for this game. And one of the interviews or Q&As or something. I could swear they said that they were changing that. But anyways, up here, if you see, that's my speed. I can, there's my speed. Then this is Hall in the white, and then my shields is blue. My speed's right here. I'm not sure exactly what that means. These are my guns. I've got 2 guns. This is my weapon configuration. I'm not sure how to select different configurations, but with this first one, I've got these 2 guns active. So when I do shoot, I'll fire those guns. I'm not sure exactly what this is either. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 dots there. I'm not sure what they represent necessarily, unless it's maybe guns too or something. I don't know, or missiles maybe. I don't know. However, also, there we go. This is the ship. This is the Discoverer. Obviously, in X3, the Discoverer was more like a jet, like a plane. This one looks cool though. This is just a scout, fighter, not even a big one or anything like that. I think I like the way that looks. I really like the way that looks. And I can fire my guns. You see my 2 guns there firing. And then of course the cockpit's right there. Now one thing else that's really cool is I can right now just get up. And so what's really cool is, I know Bernard, I believe that's how you correctly pronounce his name. I'm sorry if I mispronounce it. But anyways, one thing he was saying is that he didn't like about being able to fly every ship is the feel from, trying to get the feel in a fighter versus a capital ship. And I think they did a good job in X3, but apparently, Bernard didn't think so. Or Bernard, sorry, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it. But anyways, so what they did is even the scout fighters, you can get up. Now there's not a whole lot of room, but you can still get up, so you'll be able to walk around every ship. And the big capital ships, you'll have crew, and it will give you more of a feel of a small scout ship versus a big capital ship, which that's one thing that I know Bernard wanted, a better feel. He wasn't happy with the way X3 felt. Like I said, I thought it was good though. As long as you had the cockpits. But anyways, and so they kind of took that idea of the cockpits that were added to X3, but kind of expanded on it, and I really like the way that goes. But then you just you can F is to use, and then I'm in the seat. And I think it's similar, like if you got a captain piloting a ship or whatever, someone else, another pilot, he'll be in that chair, but you can just do the same thing, and he'll get up, and you'll just go in the chair like this, so you can fly every ship. Thank God, because yeah, that was a big, huge part missing from Rebirth, and I think Eaglesoft knew it too. I mean, they knew that they were building a whole new thing, and it wasn't. Well, that's why it wasn't named X4. Let's just put it that way. So, anyways, sorry, I'm kind of talking a lot here, but yeah, let's go ahead and see. I did it again. I didn't hit the shift. All right, so the station. Where did the station go? Is that it? Wow, I flew pretty far, huh? Oh, with that boost. But see, now my shields are gone. It uses the shield energy, which Oh, yeah, duh. I want to get into scan mode. Now, one thing that they've added, which I saw on Obsidian Ant's video, is there'll be like, you'll start hearing like static or radio chatter, and you'll see these like red sparks and stuff, like there's a malfunctioning electronics somewhere. And basically, you get close enough. See how I just now I scan that. And by the way, in scan mode, once you scan it, it will turn into a color. Um, I don't know if you can notice these, but they're kind of more of a dollish color, maybe put it that way, or grayish. But did I already scan that? Maybe I already did. But anyways, those new things that were added, the red sparks, like a malfunction that you can hack in a way. They sometimes you can hack into someone's secret communications, get secret missions, or you can get blueprints for stuff, and that's interesting. That's really interesting, I think, that you don't know how to build everything already. You'll have to get the blueprints. So that's pretty cool. I do like that. It adds even more depth to this game. But okay, so let's fly over here. Right now, I want to scan every part of the station, because usually you get discounts or bonuses, and then you'll know like what prices are, what trades are. Here we go, got it. And you got to know what the prices are and the trades are if you played Rebirth, or you won't be able to do any trade deals, or tell you won't be able to see the prices to do it yourself. And also, they won't be on your trading computer, so you couldn't even assign an NPC if you wanted to. So it's important. Oh, if you guys heard that, that was a static. Yeah, see that spark? See, and you can kind of hear the radio transmission. I think this one might be a mission.
Anyone hear me? Hello? I'm not supposed to be broadcasting, but I need help. Please, I need help. One moment, please.
Okay, so I got close enough, and if you see here, well, it told you in the information screen. There's an information screen down here, and you got to press F. Oh, I missed it because I'm talking too much. Ugh. But watch the information screen. It'll tell you when you actually locked on or your successful hack. And then if it's a communication like that, you just hit F and it'll give you a mission. Obviously, there's a time limit. And it will time out, and you'll miss it if you don't select it quick enough. There'll be more, though. I'm sure there'll be more. It seems, I don't know, from what I've seen and from just my 48 minutes when I was doing scanning and stuff, it seems like they're not very rare. Maybe the different options of each one, like there may be some better ones than others, and so the better ones may be rarer. I don't know, but the opportunity is not very rare. You really just listen. That's what's cool too, is so you're not just looking for these icons like Rebirth where it was boring. Like this, actually, it's definitely better, in my opinion. It's not so tedious, because you can also find those, that static stuff, and like I said, then those open up to different options, like I was talking about there. So it's not just a boring find the icon, scan it, so you can get your prices, and then move on and keep doing that same thing. All right, so I got that. let's see. All right, so I'm gonna pull up the map. Now, what's cool is this map is really cool. You zoom out. Now, see what it looks like. The more the map you'll get, you kind of see they're almost these, what is it, hexagons? 2, 4, 6, yeah, hexagons. Um, and so it kind of reminds me more of X3 because they're you know, they're different sectors. It's not like it's Rebirth where you would go, you know, there was, well, if you didn't have any expansions in the original game, there was only like really 4 sectors. But then within each sector, they had just basically stations on the highway route, and that was that. That was kind of it. They've changed it so that now a sector is a sector. So I don't even know how many of these hexagons there are. You know what I mean? It could be close to something like X3. The X3 reunion, let me put it that way, because the map expanded with the expansions and stuff like that. So, anyways, so that's pretty cool because it's more similar to X3, but within each one, you got this fog of view. So you can see, I can only see around here because that's where my sensors can see, and that's where I've been. And these are set up with hexagons within there, and then so even though I'm in Sacred Relic, obviously most of it I haven't even seen yet. So it gives each sector more of the field that Bernard was wanting. As one thing also he talked about is in X3 is, you know, he wanted, and that's what he was talking about with X Birth, the changes. He wanted to feel like it was space, like it was big, it was grand. It wasn't just like a few stations in a very, very small area surrounded by gates, you know. So I think that accomplishes that without needing the highway system and actually expanding on it better, like more in depth than Rebirth did. And I really like what they did here. Definitely. It gets me excited because you can spend tons of time in just one. And the way they're set up, like I said, in this one, there may be tons of these sectors. I have no idea. So anyways, go back to the map. What's nice too is that one thing that they talked about was improving the map as far as kind of being your one stop to be able to control an empire. And I do have to say, from what I've seen so far, the interface is so much better. Like, it's the best interface they have created. And thank you, Eaglesoft, because it makes things a lot easier. Even though there's a lot of information, and I'm still trying to learn some of the things, but it's similar in many ways to, you know, previous X games, of course. So what I'm doing right now is, there's me. You know what? I wonder if I could change my name. Let me change my name. Oh yeah, the logo. I completely forgot. You know what? I wonder. I would really want, because you can put your own custom logo in here. You know what? I think I'm going to try to do that, and then I will be back. All right, guys. I am back. Let's see here. Now, if I... That's the ship. We go to player. Okay. Do you think I could go with a different different logo? Probably. Hopefully, you guessed it. All right. So at least that's my logo. That's my logo. How do I change my name? Oh yeah, there we go. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. know I'm going to have to be Commander Rex. It's just the way I roll. All right, so default ships. That's interesting. I wonder if you can get different skins for the same model ship, like Discover or whatever. That's cool. That's cool. Let me get out of this. Alright, so also let me get back into scan mode. Another thing too is now if you see my cursor and then you kind of see this thing following it right there. What's cool is some guns have a gimbal, so that, like a delay, you know, as far as turning where you want the cursor. So they're going to shoot wherever that dot is, and if you see, it's always trying to go where I am, but it's delayed, it's gimbaled. Especially when I turn it, you can see the acceleration and deceleration when it has to turn different angles, which is cool. Actually, let me see. Yeah, see, look at the guns. That's sweet. So I'm that, you know, that's they don't even gimbal the same too. That they gimbal differently depending on where they. That's sweet. That is really really cool. I like that a lot. That looks nice. Oh man. Oh look, there's the Rebel logo. Nice, nice. That looks sweet. I like that a lot. So this is a construction ship going. So anyways, I am going to just fly around here, and I want to fully explore this station. I think it's a shipyard, actually. Yeah, there's one. 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Flying close, flying close. I love that feel when you actually get up. Ooh, oopsie, I should have done that. When you actually get really close, you get to fly through things. I like that. I like that a lot. I love that feel. It was one of the good great things from X3. And I guess Rebirth too. It's just these stations. There's a lot of. Look what I found. Let's go ahead and try this. I am going to save this though, because I don't even know what I'm getting into here. You save it. And because if it's a mission, I'm going to do it. So you got to get close, but you can't go too far.
One moment, please.
Let me hit F.
That should do it. I had to disable my voice filter. I was beginning to think my messages were being intercepted by those split fellows. I'm a little disappointed.
That's a boron. Now the boron race, they're an aquatic race, and so they have to be in the liquid or whatever it is, water or whatever. And so they couldn't really put them on the stations and stuff, which people, old X players kind of complained. Like, I don't know about complaining as much as just like, where's the boron? When are you going to put the boron in there? And so it's kind of cool that they were able to do it on a mission anyway, even though, see, look at how, that's sweet. He just flipped upside down. Even though they have to live in water, you can't, I don't know how you would have boron in water or whatever, and just walk around stations and stuff. But anyways, that was an issue. But they put them in the missions. That's pretty cool. Now, since I intercepted the communication, he's giving me that mission. I'm having a conversation here.
What should I call them? I suppose captors is quite apt. Employers? They let me work on my own projects some days, you see. Ah, yes, you see, I'm in a spot of bother. I'm in the middle of some important scientific research, which I'm unable to pursue personally from my current location. I'm looking for an assistant to aid me.
What do you need?
I'll send the task to your ship computer. This is rather exciting.
So here's the mission, like mission difficulty, mission given by a civilian. It does say mission type is a plot type. So hopefully this is a step closer to the player HQ, because you have to do a plot to get the player HQ. I wish you didn't have to do a plot to get it. I wish you could just, build up enough money or credits or whatever, and buy it, build it, whatever. But no. Anyways, so here's the objectives in the order that I gotta do them.
Wonderful. I have managed to place the
So
device
I
on a nearby
accepted
docking
it.
area. You should be getting the coordinates now.
So now you'll see this yellow arrow, and that will point to the direction of my mission. And there's, see, that's what I was talking about. If I forget to hit the shift in space, it will shoot. I gotta change those buttons. I gotta change that. But anyway, so that's going to be our destination here. So I'm going to actually end the video here, and then start with this mission next time. And then still got to finish scanning the station. I don't think it's fully scanned. But anyways, so yes, guys, X4. Probably going to get a lot of video time now that I figured out how to capture it. Now I can play it. It's So hopefully you guys probably are playing it too if you got it. If you don't have it yet, waiting for maybe a Steam sale, like Christmas sale or something maybe. Hopefully you get the same, maybe not the same feeling, but you get it's entertaining here watching this. So sorry, the first part of a series I've got to talk a lot. I'm going to try to do a lot more action in the second one here. So thank you guys, and see you next time.